Okay, so we're still talking to these guys. Oh, yeah, get him too. You don't want to leave any of them out.
Apparently everybody here thinks there's something suspicious about this case.
I'm sort of guilty of, I'm usually the guy that focuses on the story, and I'm always asking, why am I doing this, and why is it important? This quest, for whatever reason, never hooked me, and my most vivid memory of this quest is clicking through it, basically, without reading it. Just like the video game equivalent of skipping, 100 pages. Yeah, I'm sure this will work out eventually in the long term. Just take me to the end. I don't know why this failed to hook me, or why it never resonated with me. It's not that it was bad, and I've played through bad stuff before. Like, I spent more time pondering the Fallout 3 main quest, which is way worse than this, than I spent on this. There was just something about this that I couldn't get into. I wasn't feeling anything here. It was very long, and I couldn't even, summon the indignation to read the text so I could be offended by it.
Alright, so let's do investigations.
I do think you think about this is a complicated thing. You're solving a crime. But the way video games are designed, you can do this without really knowing what you're doing. You just click on things, and you will just keep clicking on shit and killing when hostiles show up.
When I get out of here, you're dead! I'll gut your fishy little corpse cut off your head and bathe in your blood.
So, does the criminal investigation involve your lightsabers?
Yes.
Jolie.
Oh, yes.
What are you doing here?
Eventually, there will be people that you need to kill.
I'm here to get you out of this mess. The courts went and made us arbiters for your case. Just like old times, Jolie? You come swooping in out of nowhere to save my tail from the fire.
Hey, you look familiar.
Well,
like
friend,
every other old guy in this game.
Time for catching up later. Right now, we need to focus on the case. The case is a complete frame-up. Anyone looking at the evidence could see that. So I thought. But the cellcasts seem to think that there's enough to go to trial. There aren't any witnesses. All that evidence against me is circumstantial and completely flawed. Well, I was at the hotel, I admit. And I did meet Eliza there that night, but it's not what you think. I was working with Republic Intelligence. We were pretending to feed information to the Sith. Well, I turned Eliza into a double agent working for us. It was going well, too, until she turned
What's
up
the success rate of getting old dudes to turn Sith apprentices into double agents? I can't imagine it's very high, or exists.
And I'm just a crippled old man.
I imagine that's probably a negative number. The number of old guys who have fallen to the Sith side over young women.
See here.
They say they found my heroes cross at a crime scene. Would I leave my war medal behind if I killed someone? Even I'm not that stupid.
What if you are that stupid and you just want me to think that you're not that stupid?
And what about the lack of forensic evidence? Skin and hair samples, clothing fibers. Why isn't there anything like that at the crime scene? Sounds like an obvious frame-up to me. I hope you can see how the Sith are manipulating the Cellcat, and probably even you to set up this against me. We need to get this over with quickly. And
once again, I'm suffering from the problem of I'm not caring here. And it's interesting, the whole galaxy hinges on, hey, everybody needs Kolto. This is probably one of the few planets that actually has something important going on to the larger, aside from find all the MacGuffins. this actually has something that's important to the main universe, and for whatever reason, I just feel so indifferent towards
I
it.
think you'd be better off investigating the Sith themselves.
I can't even
it
explain
really
it.
isn't
Some
that
proof they
memorable
planted
of a
evidence
quest.
to
Like, I
frame
can
me.
barely remember what the hell I'm
Though
supposed to
that
do
might mean
here.
figuring out a way into the Sith
Um,
embassy. Anything else I can help you with?
I don't know
I want
why.
my
It's
arbiter
just,
to
it
be
doesn't...
well prepared
It
before
feels
we go
like
to
a
trial.
sort of by-the-numbers BioWare trial quest, I guess.
Very well.
Yeah. It
Once
is
you've
amazing
gotten
that you
enough
can get
And
through
then you get the
these
court case at
without-
the end, and
Just
it's
tell
like,
the one we're
if
ready.
you
Sooner
got
I
all
get
the
out of the
evidence,
cell, the
then
better.
you can really decide what to do with it, and if you didn't, then you just kind of like screw up and have to go along with the just go along with what happens.
But I like that you, no matter what, you can resolve it just by walking forward and clicking on stuff.
Well, it's a BioWare game. What the? On the map, on the mini map, there's. Oh, it's looping around. It's looping around and getting the top of the map in the bottom because. They didn't get
Oh,
it.
hey. I
Yeah.
didn't know that was possible.
There's a walkway out there in the ocean, but you can't see it. It goes to the hangar base.
Your precious Republic's days are
Oh,
numbered.
here we go.
It won't be long until Malak turns his armada loose on Coruscant itself.
Save your empty
Tunnel
threats,
snakes
Sith
rule.
scum. Malak isn't stupid enough to attack the core worlds, now with the entire Republic fleet waiting for him.
You're a
Hi, I'm a floating droid. How you doing?
Coruscant, our numbers will block out the sun itself. The galactic senators will collapse trembling in fear
Wha-
and beg for mercy at Malak's feet.
You underestimate the Republic's resolve. We'll die before we surrender Coruscant.
That can be arranged. Remember
I
what
still like
happened
their
to
shiny
Taris.
suits.
Malak could do the same to the core worlds.
He wouldn't dare.
Now
At least they're
you
not like fucking
underestimate our
stormtroopers.
resolve.
Like they have the sort of like full body armor with a helmet, but they don't look like stormtroopers. Hi guys.
They actually look more like
Just,
knights. Like they look more medievally.
They look like
Yeah.
Cylons in the 1970s. That's what they look like to me, all chromy and shiny.
You're the one defending Sunry now, huh?
Wow, look at
Well,
this
the
wall
hotel's
behind
open
this
for you.
dude.
And I guess I gotta answer any questions you want to.
Wow, that is the worst texture for a wall.
The Sith woman, Alasa, rented a room in the hotel. An hour or two later,
It looks
Sunry
like
comes
something
in,
that
goes
should
to
be
her
a
room.
shelf
Couple
texture
hours later,
that's
I
been
hear a
blown
blaster
up to
shot
cover an
and see
entire
Sunry
wall.
running. He can't run good because he's a
Ugh.
cripple, but he still was going pretty fast. I would swear he started after the shot, though. No, I don't think so. I mean, it's possible, just barely. But I wouldn't say that to the court. What do you want to know?
So you can also like fix the evidence so Sundry gets cleared.
There were only two other people in the hotel when
You
it
know,
happened.
if you want to.
One was a
you're
Rhodian
evil.
named Glupor. Seems
not
like a
evil
really
here.
dirty, shifty type. Normally, I don't let his kind in here. I'm a reputable businessman, you know. But there weren't many people here, so I decided to take a chance. The other is a regular named Feareth Me. He's a Pazak player. Probably
Feareth
an addict, but he
Me?
claims he's big in some circles.
You're
Don't
kidding.
know anything about him other than
That is
Anything
ridiculous. I
else you wanna
never
know?
noticed that before, probably because I clicked through this, but
Alasa
somebody
used
named
to rent rooms
Feareth
here every
Me.
week or so. Then Sunry would come by a couple hours
You remember
later and stay all
when
night.
everybody
Sounds like a
real
To figure
stupid
out what was
Sith
going
name.
on.
No, but in the 90s, that was a
Well,
really
okay.
popular
If you need anything
thing
else,
among
I'm gonna
a
be right
certain
here.
type of people to have the big Fear Me like window decals on your car.
Right.
And
So,
there was this
Kath,
particular
you here to
font
see
that they
me about
used
the
for
murder
me. It
too?
said
I
Fear
told
Me,
the
and they
damn
were like
fish
all the rage
everything
in the
I
late
knew.
90s.
What more do you all want from me? Sunry, I
And
only
so
heard of
that
once or
apparently
twice in
crept into
passing.
this video
Some sort of
game.
old-time war hero against the Sith. Seen him around in the hotel too. Going to Alasa's room always, of course. Kept the rest of the building up half the night with her damn antics.
Committed murder, and then he stole all the furniture out of this room.
Yes, she rented a room every week or so. Coincidentally, it was right about the same time that Sunry would show up. they didn't seem all that discreet either.
So I don't know how I'm going to get through this because now that we're offering commentary on this place, I still don't care about solving this
It gets
crime.
better when we get to
You must be
Bioshock.
fooling yourself.
Yeah, this is like this is like a backwards quest for me. Usually I'm like, oh, I guess we have to stop doing our talking and thinking so that we can shoot some dudes. And in this quest, when you finally get there, I was like, oh, thank goodness. Oh, thank goodness, it's murder time. Oh, good, we're done talking. And I can give no explanation for why I'm backwards on this one quest.
I don't even know why I shouldn't tell you. Well, one time I saw Lasser.
Hopefully I won't leg out again. If I
Hello,
do, then I might
Mongols.
leave.
She
Yeah.
normally wears stuff like that, so I didn't
We're
pay too much
cross-examining
attention. But
witnesses.
this time, I accidentally
This
brushed up
is-
the
Who are
system.
cross.
Accidentally, of course.
You
And
know,
her cloak fell open.
I
Now,
I
don't
really
have
like
any
the
qualms
Phoenix
about
Wright
the
games,
Sith.
so I
leave
was
them
excited
alone
for
and they
this
leave
kind
me
of
alone.
quest when I played it.
Seeing as
Because I
how
didn't
Lasser
play
had a
this when it
Sith
came out. I
lightsaber
played it
under her
like
cloak. I'm
I
not
don't
going to
know,
poke that
a while
hornet's nest.
after. And I actually really enjoyed this, but it is just cheap Phoenix Wright. Like
I
it's
know,
not.
but you're
It's
a
sort of like a
Jedi.
watered down
Lasser never
version
claimed
of
to
like
be. I
a
don't know
trial
what it
that you
means
would
to
find
you,
in
Yeah.
a
but to
video
me it
game,
kind of
or a
screams
video
Dark
game about
Jedi. And I'm
trials.
not
You
getting
know,
myself in
it's
any
just sort of like,
further
all
with the
right,
Sith.
I guess I'll get
I
through all
know
this
how
craziness.
ruthless they are. Now that's all I'm going to tell you. I'll testify.
I'm
to
not
the
really sure
court.
what they could have
You
added
aren't
to
going
make
get
it more
anything else
intriguing.
out of me.
Maybe just less talky, less fucking talking.
Oh,
I
crap.
don't know.
Well, I guess we'll capitalize on that dark side points to steal his money, too.
I don't know either why this quest doesn't work for me or why I don't find it interesting. Like I can't name anything wrong with it. It's not like it's dumb.
Do you know about a star map? Why is that an option?
Why would you ask people about the star map? That seems like a
This
highly
murder
secret...
suspect. Hey, have you seen a star map? It's like a map
Yeah,
of stars.
yeah, you're a murder suspect, but I need to find a star map, so...
His eyes stick out so much. Can you imagine the problems he must have getting stuff in his eye?
He doesn't
No
seem to have
eyelashes. Yeah, no
Walking
eyelids.
into stuff.
No eyelashes. His eyes aren't inset to protect them from debris. It would just naturally settle on his eyeballs all day. Every piece of dust, every stray bit of ash. Oh, how awful would it be being near somebody that was smoking, and you're just constantly getting that smoke on your physical eyeballs.
So there's
Like
a
right now, I'm just
species
blinking on his behalf.
that shows
Or
up
someone
for
using
like
Febreze.
2 seconds in the Mos Eisley Cantina scene in A New Hope. And the expanded universe expanded upon that character, as they do with every character, including the ice cream maker guy. And that he was addicted to a highly narcotic substance for his species, otherwise known as salt.
Yes?
And I
Oh,
mean
that's
salt. NaCl.
stupid.
That's so lame.
I must steal your med pack.
That is super lame. Salt is just this base element that's like everywhere.
I hear you're
Not
investigating.
element.
Hey, look!
base-
Some mysterious dude showed up to tell us about the fact that this is a fucking setup for everybody.
Flow beneath the surface.
This is very
The
clumsy.
trial is not what it appears to be. You're telling me it's not incredibly boring?
I am I am the script writer. Here is the script right here.
More complicated.
It's not what it appears to be.
Lasser are proxies for their governments, and both sides want the other to fail. You can see.
Is this? I don't remember. Has this guy ever explained like who the hell this is and why he's?
Oh,
interested
you are
in this at
asking
all?
the wrong person. He looks the same as everybody else that I clicked through all their dialogue.
Oh, and also we're an idiot.
Yeah.
Just, you know, if that hasn't been hammered home enough. What's subtext?
I'm saying they both had something to do with it. They've both kept their hands in this from the start. If you want to get to the bottom
No
of this,
shit,
you might
dude.
seek information about the
Thanks.
Sith and the Republic, likely in their embassies. No, of course not. You think
You're
state
talking
secrets are
crazy
the
talk.
market?
That's some
Stupidest
great
conversation.
BioWare writing right there.
Heed
Oh
advice,
my
Jedi.
god.
Yet find the truths in this
Now I'm walking away, but I dropped the script next to me. Oh no! Hey, incidentally, the Republic Embassy is right next door.
Welcome to Manan. I'm Roland Wan. As the official representative
What about
of the
Roland
Republic
2?
Embassy on this planet, I'm here to help all citizens
Roland
of the Republic should they
Wan.
require aid.
On Manan. Somebody punished him by assigning
I don't
him
know
to
much about the
Manan.
facts of the case, but I find it hard to believe.
He
I
pissed
never
off
met
some
Sunday.
higher
He's a
up,
hero of
and
the
they were
Republic,
like,
not a murderer.
"No, you
The
have to.
so-called
Now you're
evidence
gonna be
against
the
him is
doorman
obvious.
on
Christ.
It
Manan."
has to be. The Sith must have
Stop
plotted something
dancing
Jolie.
around behind me, you
terrorists to
guys.
discredit the Republic.
They're like children. They just keep moving around. Like,
Who
can I
else?
go over here? Can I have a
Sunday's conviction will be
toy?
a blow
I'm
to
bored.
Republic
I'm tired. I have to go to the
Who would
bathroom.
benefit from this other than the Sith? If you want to solve this mess, I would focus on the Sith. That or check out the murder scene at the hotel.
Yeah, we did
Talk to the
that,
other guests.
and the scriptwriter
They
showed
know
up and told
I
us that
regret I could not
you
be
had
of more
something to do
assistance
with
in
it.
your investigation. Is there anything else? Oh, of course. Of course, I'll do whatever I can. But I'm only a simple diplomatic representative of the Republic.
Turns
I
out the
doubt I can be of
Republic
any use
doesn't
to
have
the
a
Jedi
lot
Council.
of, useful stuff to do.
An ancient and forgotten race. And you think it may be here on Manan?
And they're incredibly
Well,
obstructionists.
perhaps. But if you want to get information about that, you'll have to do
And
something
they're like,
for me
hey,
first.
I realize you're on a really important mission to do stuff
Come on,
for
tell
Jedi
me.
Council,
Persuade.
but I need
Force
you to go and murder
persuade.
some people.
Don't think you can manipulate
You
me.
want
Also,
to
he's
tell
immune
me.
to
The
Jedi
Republic
mind
Diplomatic
tracks.
Corps has to deal with the Sith all the time. So
No.
I'm very resistant to mental influence. Your only real choice is to help me so I can help you.
What if I murdered you?
We were
Did they
using a
train you to be
submersible reconnaissance
lightsaber
destroyer in
proof?
the ocean surrounding Otto City, and it was damaged. It took a data recording of the outside of the city before being driven off by the Phyraxan sharks. But while it was returning to the surface, it encountered difficulties and was disabled. Its automatic systems floated it to the surface, but we could not retrieve it in time. The Sith were applying subtle pressure to the
Are we just a
authorities for
walking
some reason
dance
we cannot
party?
determine, and were able to delay us long enough that they could retrieve the droid before we did.
Are-
the droid's data centers are heavily
Are
encrypted,
Candace
so it will
and
take the Sith
Jolie
several
doing
days,
the
we
tango
believe, to get
behind
to its
us? Is
data.
that what's happening?
It was captured 12 hours ago. It is imperative that we get it back.
Oh my goodness, they
I'm
need to
your
give them
errand
some.
runner.
And I guarantee
They need to
you
give
that
them
you'll
some
never be able to
animations
get
to
it
do in the
unless we have our
background, like
secrecy guaranteed
show
against the
Candace
Sith.
like
It's
field
heavily
stripping
guarded,
that
for
giant
sure.
gun he's
Sith
always
embassy
lugging
guards.
around.
Since
He
we
just
have no
like
remaining
whips a
soldiers to
table
spare,
out and
certainly
just
not our elite one,
tears it
no
all
one
apart while
capable
you
of
sit
entering
here
Sith
and
base
talk
retreat.
and talk
Spawns
and
a
talk.
Ask you to do.
Yeah, just
See him,
spawns a
take it out of
workbench,
his
tears the
pocket,
weapon
and, like,
apart.
The workbench like starts out as like a tiny like hand-sized model and just like expands really quickly in a very like early 2000s sort of way.
There are
Jolie
several leads we've been working on
pulls
to
out
get
a
into the
block
Sith
of wood and
base.
begins
Any of
whittling,
them
and by
should
the
work
time the
with
conversation is
Although I
over, he's made it into this
your
giant
efforts on this
elaborate
one. The first
swan.
method that's possible is to help us interrogate a Sith prisoner we managed to catch after he tried to infiltrate our base. He's being held just inside our enclave. We think he may be able to give us the passcode that the Sith give their informers to enter
Or
the
you
base.
could play it
He
for
has proved
comedy,
most
like
resilient so
Jolie,
far.
like he's trying to turn on his lightsaber and it won't turn on, so he like holds it up to his
Candace
eye
is
so he can look down it, and he's
Candace
like
isn't even
banging it
facing
on
the
the
right
side,
way.
like come.
Candace is
We
like,
managed
this
to
is
pick up
the
a crate of
dumbest
blank
thing I've
data
ever
cards.
done.
We
Goodbye.
typed in the passcode. The encryption system to unlock them is very difficult, however. But if you are
You know
more
what?
skilled
I think
than
my
us,
ass needs to photobomb your
that
cutscene.
way.
How about that?